The Galactic Academy of Sciences had welcomed species from over 400 worlds, but none had arrived with less fanfare than the humans. When the first Earth student stepped off the transport shuttle, the assembled alien dignitaries barely glanced up from their data tablets. Humans were, by all accounts, unremarkable. Tom Mitchell walked through the crystalline corridors of the Academy's main campus, his worn duffel bag slung over one shoulder. The gravity here was lighter than Earth's, making each step feel bouncy and awkward. Around him, beings of every conceivable shape moved with fluid grace. Tentacled aquarians gliding through water-filled tubes, crystalline silicates chiming melodiously as they communicated, and the ethereal void-born phasing partially through walls. Dr. Vex, the Academy's xenobiology professor, had been assigned as Tom's academic advisor purely by chance. The insectoid being clicked his mandibles in what passed for amusement as he reviewed the human's file. "Welcome to the Academy, Tom Mitchell," Dr. Vex chittered. "I must admit, your species application was quite modest. No remarkable physical adaptations, no extraordinary mental capabilities, no unique energy manipulation. Tell me, what exactly does Earth contribute to galactic civilization?" Tom shrugged, a gesture that seemed to puzzle the professor. "We're good at solving problems, I guess, and we don't give up easily." The first weeks passed quietly. Tom attended lectures on advanced physics, participated in biological adaptation studies, and joined various research groups. His professors found him adequate but unexceptional. His classmates, while friendly, seemed to regard him as something of a curiosity, a representative of a species so ordinary that their homeworld hadn't even been properly catalogued. Everything changed during Professor Keth's survival simulation class. The exercise was designed to test how different species adapted to hostile environments. Students were placed in controlled chambers that replicated the conditions of various dangerous worlds throughout the galaxy. Most species had evolved on relatively gentle planets and struggled significantly with anything beyond minor environmental stresses. The first simulation mimicked the methane storms of Titan-class worlds. The Aquarian student lasted 3 minutes before the atmospheric pressure overwhelmed their respiratory system. The Voidborn managed 7 minutes by partially phasing out of the simulation, but eventually succumbed to the toxic atmosphere. Tom entered the chamber wearing only the standard protective suit provided to all students. As the methane storm raged around him, he calmly assessed the environment, identified the safest areas, and began constructing a makeshift shelter from debris. He lasted the full 30 minutes without apparent distress. Professor Keth, a reptilian, being from a desert world, was intrigued. "Impressive adaptation, Tom. Shall we try the next simulation?" The thermal extreme chamber replicated the surface of a tidally locked planet, with temperatures swinging from -200 degrees to over 400 degrees Celsius. Most students couldn't even enter without specialized equipment. Tom endured both extremes, his body visibly adjusting to the temperature changes through what he casually described as sweating and shivering. By the time Tom had successfully completed simulations for high radiation environments, crushing gravitational fields, and low oxygen atmospheres, word had spread throughout the academy. Students and professors gathered to watch the human participate in increasingly extreme scenarios. Dr. Vex approached Tom after a particularly brutal simulation involving acidic rain and seismic activity. "Tom, I need to ask you directly, what kind of world do you come from?" Tom paused, realizing for the first time that his casual attitude toward these challenges might be unusual. "Just Earth. It's pretty normal, I think." "Describe normal," Dr. Vex insisted. Tom considered the question. "Well, we have weather that can swing from hot to cold pretty quickly. Sometimes we get big storms, hurricanes, tornadoes, blizzards. The ground shakes sometimes from earthquakes or volcanoes. We've got deserts where it doesn't rain for months, and places where it floods regularly. Some areas get hit by lightning, a lot. The air gets thin if you go up high, and the pressure gets crushing if you go deep underwater." Dr. Vex's compound eyes widened. "And your species considers this normal?" "Sure. I mean, we adapt. That's what humans do." The professor immediately called an emergency assembly. Within hours, the Academy's greatest minds were gathered to hear Tom describe Earth in detail. With each revelation, The audience grew more stunned. Your planet experiences regular bombardment from space debris? Meteors, yeah, but most burn. Up in the atmosphere. Your magnetic field fluctuates, allowing dangerous radiation to reach the surface. Solar flares can mess with our electronics, but we deal with it. Your species evolved alongside predators with claws, fangs, and venom. Bears, sharks, snakes, sure. We learned to avoid them or fight them off. Dr. Keth stood slowly. Tom, your homeworld would be classified as a Class 12 death world. Only 3 other planets in the known galaxy have earned that designation, and all of them are considered uninhabitable. Tom looked around the stunned assembly. But we've got cities with millions of people. We play sports outside. Kids go camping for fun. The revelation reverberated throughout galactic civilization. Humanity's application to join the Galactic Council had been sitting in a bureaucratic queue for decades, dismissed as unimportant. Within days of the Academy's report, Earth received official recognition and an immediate invitation to join the Council's security forces. Tom became something of a celebrity, though he never quite understood why. To him, surviving had always been just another day on Earth. The fact that this made humans virtually unique in the galaxy was both surprising and amusing. As he prepared to return home after graduation, Dr. Vex approached him one final time. Tom, do all humans possess your survival capabilities? Tom smiled. Pretty much. We're all just products of our environment. Dr. Vex watched the transport carry the human away, finally understanding why Earth's children were so remarkably unremarkable, and so remarkably dangerous. In the weeks that followed, no one in the galaxy would ever again consider humans harmless.